What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? The Miami Fraternal of Police is upset at their new police chief, Art Acevedo. What did Art do? How do you make your police union mad at you if you are the police chief? Let's see, perhaps do something in the interest of the public? Perhaps suspend a police officer for misconduct? You don't say. Well, that's what happened. So you got a police officer who threw up the white power sign, however they do it with the hands and stuff, they little circle and the fingers and all that stuff. And so Art suspended him. When that happened, you know how the police union do, they can't crack no cases. But if you do something that threatens their power, then they can come up with all kind of evidence. So that's what happened. They found a photo of Art when he was police chief in Houston, throwing up a sign very similar to the white power sign. But there's a catch here. The picture was taken of Art holding up the sign about 3 weeks after George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis by an uncivilized mutt. Art was asked to come to the school, to Jack Yates, a black school, in Houston's 3rd Ward, where Floyd is from, where George Floyd is from. So the students welcomed him there, and they were throwing up the sign, see, in Houston, in the tray. We got that sign, you can throw up the sign, and it's very similar to that, what they do, when they're doing their white power thing. It's a very similar looking sign, but it means something totally different. We call it chunking up the tray, or chunking up the threes, right? That's what it means. So they took it, of course, and interpreted it a different way. And that's the thing about that gesture, it can be interpreted many ways, but you have to look at the person who's actually doing it. You have to really look at the person who's throwing up the sign. You got to look at the context, what it means. In this particular context, I'm not trying to make excuses for him, because I go in on Art and anybody else, and I've gone in on him a few times. But in this situation, context is, like all situations, context is everything. The students welcomed him out to the school. He was out there. They was throwing up the signs, and they showed him how to throw the sign up, allegedly. But anyway, fam, that's what it is. But it just amazes me how the police, they get so offended. Like any type of little ground that they lose, they got to make it up real like this. And they are never in support of punishing an officer who displays bad conduct. They're never yeah, we got to get rid of him. Yeah, he makes us look bad. I just never see it. I wonder why. I mean, these police union meetings and stuff, I just wonder, I'm wondering, do they burn crosses at these meetings? Do they have mock hangings, at the meetings when they do their little morning meetings or whatever, or when they link up to talk about, how they're gonna move their organization forward? What do they do over there? Because they are just not concerned about the people, but they're out there every day patrolling, or I would say rolling and stalking. Because Because I just don't see them providing any real service, not to the black community. I really don't see them providing any real service to any community. You don't like what I'm saying? Change the narrative. I would love for that to happen. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?
Damn.